Good morning, everybody. This is Richard back at you. We got Miss Teresa on the camera. We got Annie, always hanging out and enjoying the day. Probably going to be 103 or 4 today, John Teresa. It's going to be hot, hot.
So you got to get this over with.
Oh, yeah, definitely. I mean, I was drenched yesterday when I come into the shop or when I left finally. I mean, I was just soaked last 3 days.
Tell him the whole story. I mean, down to his underwear.
I was soaked.
He tells everybody that.
For sure. But anyway, we got a special guest in the house. We got Breannan in the house, 4D Motorsports. Got what year Mustang? 86?
86.
86 model turbo Mustang. One bad dude. We got his PowerGlide in the house. We did his PowerGlide. How many passes ago, Breannan?
I don't remember, is that 40 or 50?
40 or 50 passes on it, and ended up having an issue pushing the thrust out on the motor. We're not sure exactly why this happened. I've heard about it. I've never seen it happen. And it's really hard to say what could have caused it. So we're going to get in here and kind of look at the pump area, basically go through the whole unit, see if we can see anything crazy going on. The tranny physically works really good. We haven't had an issue with it doing anything crazy on the starting line or shifting or anything like that. He says the mile per hour is down a little bit. We all want to go faster, right, Breannan?
Yeah.
And believe me, you get down the track pretty dang good.
Yeah.
You do. All right, we're
We're all pretty much, what's the word?
family
I'm
racing
looking
team,
for?
definitely.
Well, no, not that, but everybody is off the wall. I mean,
Yeah.
it's like stupid.
We're very competitive for sure. It's a lot of
Very.
fun when we go to the
It
track.
don't matter whether you're related or not. We're whooping your butt, buddy.
Actually, Breannan is my daughter's husband.
Yeah.
So,
Exactly, son-in-law.
the family.
Thank you.
but anyway, we're gonna get into this thing and look and see because I'm kind of curious myself. Now you can tell here it's got all kinds of crazy stuff on it. It's got twin dump valves. Now we do an internal dump and an external dump. Basically, what we do, and that's trying to find. Why we dump, let's just say that way. Why we dump the fluid is to build boost on the starting line. It causes the converter to slip more. And what we do is we exit the fluid going into the converter. We dump it before it goes into the converter. And then we can also dump it as it exits the converter through the cooler line back into the pan too. So the internal dump dumps a lot more, and it dumps it before the converter, so it gives it a lot more higher stall. So it might gain 800 RPM or 1,000 RPM on the starting line, where the external dump you can only gain 200 or 300, right, Breannan?
Yes, sir.
It depends on how you use them. You can get more out of the external dump when you do the internal dump, but if you use the external dump only, you don't get the RPM that you really want on the starting line. You have to use the internal dump to get it. So computer operates it all. You can go back and watch your logs, see how much is dumping 100%. I mean, just all kinds of crazy stuff. It's really cool, actually.
Brennan's here because he wants to learn.
Yeah.
Trying to learn, get better at it.
Everything motor-wise, I mean, transmissions just aren't easy to get into. That's for sure.
You know, taking them apart is different. Understanding them is different too. If we don't understand them, then it's kind of hard to do them, because if you ever build a unit and you put it in and you don't like the way second gear feels or third gear feels, does the unit have to come out to be repaired, or can we just pull the pan and adjust the valve body, you know, to change things up? So you really got to know a lot more.
What each thing does with each thing, how this makes this work. And I don't know how he remembers.
I already knew that wasn't going to do it. Now we do have a roller bearing style tail housing. You could have a bushing here too, but if you do have a roller style tail housing, the yoke does have to be about 2 thousandths smaller in diameter to be able to fit in there. If you use a standard yoke, it's too tight. You'll actually wear the yoke out, so you can't do that. So
I guess that's better than the normal.
well, as long as you have the right yoke. If you put a cheap yoke on there, the bearing will wear the yoke out. So it's. Which we had an O-ring that went around here. Now this is an aftermarket case and an aftermarket support. Normally you'd have a steel support here that stuck out about this far, and this support here will have a roller bearing. Really nice piece. I don't even actually have one of these, Brandon.
Really?
I have the standard one. And I do use the wide bushings
Yeah.
in the support, but I do have a roller tail housing.
Are you making video for your channel,
I am
Brandon?
gonna make one for sure. Pull the motor out of it, swapping the engine, and then the transmission also. So hopefully do that probably next weekend, at least the next weekend.
Yeah. Yeah, 'cause big weekend this coming 4th of July, big race out at Emerald Dragway, flashlight shootout.
3,000 small tire, and I think 2,000 went big tire.
3,000 small tire, 2,000 big tire. Yay, pretty red fluid. It's not stinky or black and gooey.
I'm telling you, huh?
Oh, I like those.
Strong cup of coffee this morning. I'm telling you, I can feel it. Like, man. About what I expected to see. That's why I use, actually I haven't done mine. I got 2 weekends on mine already. But once you do that like one time, then they pretty much shouldn't put anything back in there.
Sure.
But yeah, I hate that. Tools scattered everywhere.
He's scattered.
I mean, I've been going, guys.
Got a lot of stuff in here. I don't know if y'all
That
can
my
see
10?
everything.
Oh, see, I was
but
missing my
holy
10,
moly.
which I don't need it.
You
There's
know,
my
you
10.
don't do anything for 3 weeks and then all of a sudden the floor falls out. It's crazy how that works.
Mm-hmm. Filter looks really good, just a little bit around there. It's weird how this works, huh? I don't understand it, a lot of it. But pretty neat, though.
What is that?
This is your internal dump.
Oh, part of this system that you just took off?
Mm-hmm. Fixing to say, I thought I seen a bolt holding that on there, and I didn't. Damn, you think I was Trent today, huh? Trent shakes really bad. Whose valve body is this, Brandon? Do you know?
Do you know who got?
I'm not sure. No.
Brandon? Hey, Brandon, yours is nicer than mine.
A lot of nice pieces.
A lot of nice pieces. Oops, excuse me. Let's get there. I got parts. I should have laid it out better. But I've been pulling trannies and trying to work on my own stuff. Nice band adjustment. Mine's just stock. You can see here your struts here. Got two different ones. But you know how to adjust the band and all that type of stuff, so it wasn't there.
That says 6 of 19 right there. Says Ed.
You can see that it does have a billet input shaft. Actually it'll fit two different designs. You can have a bushing here and it'll run right here, or you can leave the bushing out and you can run a lot more expensive converter, which the converter is self-centering. Well, this bushing here keeps this shaft centered, but if you have a converter that's not self-centering, the bushing is what stabilizes it and keeps it centered. So, of course, we run very expensive converters.
Yes, sir.
This is your forward band here. See a little bit of marking on it, but I mean, it still looks brand new basically.
Dang, there's nothing to getting that thing apart, is there? I mean, literally.
They can't
There's
part it fast.
right. I mean, there's not all these pieces and stuff.
Of course, this is your park spring. You knew what that was, Breannan. That's simple stuff. This is your outer ring gear here. On your standard ring gear, this gear would be angle cut instead of a straight cut. That's why you get the whine. And plus, these are made out of a really... So if you get any type of wear, you can always get a ring out of this, you know, especially if you run a solid tranny mount or something like that. This is the piece, this is the plant that went out in my car, and the Sonex sponsored me one. But it wasn't the sun gear part of it, it was actually the lower gears right here and the center gear. Did we put planets or anything? Do you remember what all we did to this, Brent? I don't have a clue.
No, it's been so long ago, I can't remember.
Planet looks brand new. Even the thrust washer down in here doesn't have any wear on it either. Can't get it to quit falling all the way. I'm gonna show you, but I can't get it to come back down. I have to play with it.
Oh, it's right there. I see it.
Yeah, see it coming down.
Yeah.
A lot of times they have a brass washer right there. You see a little bit of wear on it, but that's probably going to be normal. The bushing don't even look like they've been touched. It doesn't, huh? Looks really good.
They all look brand new too.
Anytime you go to a 10 clutch drum, you have to have a deeper hub here to reach the clutches down in there. So you knew that, right? Don't forget this little piece here. Just down in here like that. That little spacer. Not all of them will have this spacer. Still looks brand new too. No pitting, no pulling where it's tried to pull the teeth off or anything like that. Now this here's where you're going to get. This is your high clutch comes on. This clutch comes on to back up, Breannan. Okay, but when you put your brake on, this clutch comes on too. So this is the clutches you're going to feel bumping in, bump, bump. It's going to come off and on like that. We've only got 5 in here. Well, we really, I mean, this is enough. You're not hurting it or anything like that. But you see how I put a steel here to get the clearance right on it. You know, you can stack 2 clutches together, or you can find a 350 clutch, low reverse clutch is thicker, is the thickest clutch, or you can do a 4L60E clutch is a little bit thicker or thinner than a 350, but it's thicker than these. So you can kind of work your clutches around to get it where you need it to be. I like to see more of a 7 in here, but you know, this one's still holding up pretty good. To get any more in there, we would have to take this billet piston out and have it shaved. It's kind of weird that that piston really don't accept more clutches than it does, because you can't change the top hat. You can't change this.
Could you not go to thinner steels and put more clutches in?
If you can find them. I don't even sure if they make them.
Sure.
You know what I mean? You can do the Alto Red or the black steels. I don't think there's any difference in thicknesses. I've never been able to do it that way.
Sure.
You know. But they do make a. I'm just shocked that piston. If we take it out and we got time, we're probably going to take it down here and just have a machine, have it cut down. We'll just easily add another clutch. So we'd probably cut that much off of it.
Yeah.
Well, this is what we're looking at here. Well, that's weird. And that looks really good there. That's that hole I was talking about. But I've never messed with that hole. You know, we could put a wider bushing down in here. You see, one bushing down in here, the thin one, and then the thick one's right there. You know, I could. So you can't, the problem is, and why you can't put a thicker bush, because see, it plugs the hole off. Let me get my flashlight if I can find that dang thing. See that hole down there?
Yeah.
See, if you put a wider bushing than what you put down in there. See, and there's your jets I put in there.
Yep.
See, this restricts that.
What is that, a 125 hole layer?
It's whatever you told me. to
Yeah.
put in there.
You what?
We do a 110 on the 400.
Really?
Hmm. So that I never modified. It would have been just what was in
Sure.
there. I would have just tapped it and screwed it in, Loctited it in. Let me see. I might be able to tell. See, this is a 105. Something that's bigger than that. Or 120. About a 120. What did they? W?
I think it's 125 is what they had said.
It's loose, so that's
Yeah.
what it is.
Gonna have to do more inspection, otherwise this video could be.
Very stressful.
Right,
Trying to figure out exactly what I mean, because we, you know, did this cause the problem? That's the thing. You know, what do we don't know. Everything looks like it should be functioning perfectly. I don't see anything why it shouldn't be working. We might call them and talk to them and see if we need to shrink this hole down here. You know, shrink it down to a lot smaller size and stuff. Because this is going to be the charge. This goes here, goes in, it fills the converter. Oh, and like I said, the 400s, we always do a 110, which 10,000 you don't think is much, but it is.
Sure.
You know, 15,000 or whatever on that one.
So what's weird is that it was showing low with the sensor, the pressure was.
Uh-huh.
How does the exhaust system work? How does the flow of the converter exhaust come out of it?
You know, you're kind of getting into places that I'm not a professional at too when it comes to the converter part of it.
Yes, sir.
I don't even know. I just know it goes in, and I'm assuming either it comes through here and it goes back out here. Is what I'm assuming. I'm not like this way. See, it comes around here, goes through these splines, keeps the converter full,
Yep.
and then comes back out here through the cooler line or back. I'm not sure. Like I
Sure.
said, I'm going to call them and talk to them a little bit more. I mean, it's a pretty simple system.
Sure.
You know, there's nothing really. It takes longer just to drill the holes and tap the case and stuff
Yeah.
to put it on.
Absolutely.
You know, and stuff like that, and kind of go there from there and see what they say. Well, Breannan, we appreciate you stopping by.
Yes, sir.
We'll see if we can't figure this thing out. And don't forget to go check his YouTube channel out, 4D Motorsports. Really cool channel. Don't forget to check our merch store out and go subscribe and like on his page too. So anyway, y'all have a great day. Till next time.